Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? I guess we had a really bad night, so I just wanted to come on real quick. Whew. So I see the trolls are coming in, came in tonight, and they thought tonight was funny. They thought it was entertaining. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was entertaining at all. So anyone that thought that tonight was entertaining, go fuck yourself. All right. We are not the swamp. Okay. So we are not Natasha Cooper, who sits there and lives for this stuff. I thought tonight we were a better bunch. Okay. For lack of better terms, I had to tell people, let's stop this. Let's stop the fighting. Stop mentioning Sarah in chat. Stop encouraging two people from fighting with each other. Yes. All right. Sarah was rude as fuck tonight. And I didn't appreciate her timing Ruth Ann out. That wasn't right either. But we don't sit there and antagonize people like they did. All right. Now, I call both of them my friends. Okay. Sarah is a good person. Even though she sometimes gets angry. But I didn't appreciate the screaming tonight either. So, a lot of things have been said tonight. All right. So, I'm seeing a screenshot here. Thank you, Sarah, for sending it. Give me just a second. I'm going to put it up on my screen. Let's be fair here. Give me just a second. All right, I'm back. So I like to show receipts whenever possible over here. And I don't appreciate what I just saw. All right. So Ruth Ann said she didn't say anything. I'm going to disagree with you, Ruth Ann. All right. So let me just put this up on the screen. All right. So here we go. This is the reason why Sarah decided to time out Ruth Ann tonight. But this was done way afterwards. I understand Sarah was emotional tonight. But we're just putting this to bed as to why Sarah did what she did with her wrench. Okay? You're welcome, Sarah. I'm not taking your side or Nikki's side tonight. I love you both. Okay? And that's your right, Sarah. All right? You sent it to Nikki, and Nikki saw exactly what you said. All right? So, I knew something was said, Sarah. I just forgot what. But you did. You did. All right. I told you to take a seat because, in my opinion, you're making a fool of yourself. All right. That's just my opinion. I know you disagreed with me before, and that's all right. I still love you. We're not hateful, bitter, old biddies like they are over at the swamp. Okay? So, this is what happened tonight. This is why it happened. Okay? So, I walk in. I walk into live stream tonight, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? She was talking about someone that annoyed the hell out of her. Yeah, of course, Sarah. Of course. And people don't understand Sarah sometimes. All right. She does have a mouth on her. Okay. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows she has a big mouth, but sometimes I will say this, some people deserve it. All right. Some people deserve when Sarah cusses you out. Sometimes Sarah overreacts, but that's just Sarah. Sarah is the way she is. And some people just can't handle Sarah. Okay? So, someone named Rachel decided to come in to chat this evening and says, oh, this is entertainment gold. I'm glad to hear that, Rachel, that you enjoyed it. Because we weren't enjoying it. We weren't enjoying Nikki screaming and Sarah and her going back and forth. We were telling, me and Wyoming Adventures were telling people to stop antagonizing the situation and stop encouraging it. It's we don't sit there and cheer, just because we want we're not sitting there screaming fight, 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 fight. So I walk in today and I'm like, what the hell is going on? She wasn't giving names, people were being rude. And I was listening and I'm like thinking, who could this be? Because I knew it wasn't me. Because if I have something to say to anybody, it's to their fucking face. So I knew it wasn't me. That it was, that's all I knew by her talking. And then Sarah got a little ticked off because she was being too vague, blah, 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 blah. And Scotty was being a little snotty about it tonight. And that didn't help things at all. So then there was this back and forth, and then Nikki decided to respond in kind, and it got out of control tonight. All right. Now, aren't we better than them over on the other side who sit there and egg things on? Aren't we better than they are? We don't pull half the shit they do. And they're sitting over there eating it all up. Well, Sarah, you're gonna have to deal with Nikki about that. I'm not getting involved with that. I have no idea what you're talking about. Except the one comment. So if that's the comment you're talking about, but she did have some nice things to say about you. She did have some nice things to say about you at the end, Sarah. So I was glad to hear that. However, while I'm live, I'm gonna actually okay, that's on you, Sarah. All right. That's on you. So I know you're a little heated right now, and that's all right. You see, so this is a good message at the swamp for the swamp over there. We don't sit there and we don't hate each other. We don't go up in chats and plot against each other. We're not backstabbing snots. Do we have our disagreements? Yes. Our mod chats or our back chats are pretty boring, by the way. It would be pretty boring to people over there. No, no backstabbing, no. I'm sure theirs is full of scandal. I'm sure their chats are full of scandal and depravity. So let's talk about that fake wedding for a moment. All right, this happened the other day. So we all kind of knew in our hearts that she was grifting for weeks, wanting money. That's all she seemed to care about over there. We're not stupid. We knew, and then butt cheeks or whatever you want to call him with his finger up his nose. Didn't even want to show up for the fake wedding vows. Hey, he can't even get a marriage license because he's underage. For fuck's sakes. And then Natasha calls him right out for being have to for what's it called? Being dragged out of hiding. So Natasha drops the link, and me and Nikki and Wyoming Adventures decide to click on it. And then this big message pops up on the screen. It says, "Oh, we're getting rid of uninvited guests," so to speak. Okay. We weren't dealt with. We just weren't let up on panel, and we weren't expected to be let up. We were just trying to make a point. She sits there and she says, "Oh, you're two cowards. You're all cowards. You won't click on my link." So we did. And guess what? She won't let us up. So that's debunked. So some of the comments over there on her so-called wedding day were oops moments. So I just wanted to share a few of the comments that I took screenshots of while backstage over at Natasha's. All right. So let's get started. All right. So I made a video yesterday night. Is on members only. I'll release it later on today. So let me just look for it real quick. It should be in one folder. Let's see here. Oops, here we go. Here are the other ones. Here we go. Let me just take my little app. So this just shows up a little neater. All right. Let me just real quick change the okay. Let's just put this up. So we got wife beating Crafton's first up. So we now know probably one contributing factor to why he beats his wife. So let's put that up. Oops. Here we go. All right. Damn. Here we go. Here's Craftles here. Janessa P. If I wasn't so stoned, somehow I would give security. Give you a stern warning. No, let me just repeat. Okay. Janessa P. If I wasn't so stoned, somehow I would have security give you a stern talking to, Missy. So she's referring to, I don't know if she's referring, oh, okay. He's referring to Janessa P. And he's admitting he's stoned at the moment. Quite interesting, isn't it? So Craftles is admitting that he's high while attending a wedding. Aw, Craftles. Craftles. Shame on you. Are you high? Is that the new excuse you're going to use when you beat the crap out of your wife in court? Aw, poor thing. So we're going to go to the next one since you wanted to open up her mouth tonight. So, if anyone wasn't watching or paying attention, Breezy was supposed to officiate the ceremony. But according to Natasha, she lies, of course, and said something came up and she's going through something. Well, Rachel tells everyone in chat what was up. You can always count on you, Rachel, to be a snitch. Okay? So let's take this down and put the next screenshot up, shall we? So, here we go. Let's put this one up now. So, Rachel says Breezy will be coming. She just needs to sober up. Interesting, Rachel. So, are you admitting that Breezy is an alcoholic or a drunk? She's been awfully crazy lately. So instead of she promised to officiate a fake wedding scam for Natasha, she decided to get drunk instead. Thanks for the info, Rachel. We couldn't have done it without you. We couldn't have cracked the case without you. So first we have Craftles that wanted to get high for the wedding, drooling out of the mouth. Then we have Breezy that didn't show up because she was inebriated. And look at these people. All-star shell. I always cry at weddings. Did All-star shell thought this was real? What a bunch of idiots. Oh, and here's Lonnie up here. Let's see. Can someone help me to my seat? I'm seeing double. Are you intoxicated too, Lonnie? Come on here. We could all translate that idiotic statement. So if you're seeing double, you're either drinking or you're smoking something you shouldn't. You shouldn't be. What's next, Lonnie? Pigs fly? What are you going to do? Say Dumbo's real? We all remember the time that you falsely accused Sally Ann of doing something she didn't. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't Rachel say she had proof or whatever? Oh, that's right. Oops. That's according to Lonnie, but Lonnie lies all the time. I'm not even going to dwell on the fact if it's true or not. So we got a few little tidbits of what was going on in that awful little chat at that wedding, that fake wedding that she tried to grift off of. Oh, okay. Whatever. So let's just reflect on another thing. Tiffany decides, well. She got the idea. Let's go real life on Scotty. Let's make some threats, criminal threats. Oh, let me threaten darling Nikki. Let me threaten her family and other crap. Throw whatever shit on the wall and see what sticks. You're naughty, 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 Tiffany. Do you know that we have more dirt on you, lady, than you imagine? Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to word it for first grader. Someone who doesn't get things the first time around. All right. People have more shit on you, and it's as long as the Nile River. There's 10 years worth of this shit. Everything from the phone call with Jeff to you, Tiffany, supporting Daniel, Marion Mitchell, screaming on the top of your lungs practically that he did not go into that McDonald's to film children. Yeah, that's right. We got lots of clips. And if anyone's listening, if you have anything you'd like to share with the class, please send it to my email. Anything that incriminates Tiffany in any way, shape, or form, we're more than willing to accommodate you. Because guess what, Tiffany? This platform may protect you because of terms of service, but there are plenty of other places that people can go to make sure that your name lives forever and you can't do a damn friggin' thing about it. So I'd watch your step if I were you. And if you think this is a threat, Tiffany, Think again. I'm just stating facts. You threatened me if I played that Daniel Marion Mitchell tape. I would pay for it. I played it anyway. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you, Tiffany. And you got so fucking triggered that you did it. What was it? 10 hours? 7 to 10 hour live the other day? Because you got your fifis hurt? Did Scotty hurt your feelings? Because she gave what you gave back? Isn't that too bad, Tiff? Because I asked you a while back, when are you leaving this community? And then you got caught. We all knew about you using Natasha's photo. We all knew about it. Natasha was the last one to know yet again. She's just too stupid to figure you out. Well, she'll learn the hard way, of course. Like some of your victims did. But hey. Tiffany, not everyone's intimidated by you. So keep it up. All right. If you want to ruin your life and everything, hey, fuck around and find out. Okay? When you contact someone's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, whatever you want to call it, and you start threatening them, that's criminal. You are a criminal, Tiffany. And it's not our fault that you got your kids taken from you by the state. Not once, but twice. It's not our fault that you're a meth addict. That you can't stop doing drugs. How's that our problem? How's that our problem? You act like a little sociopath on steroids. You barely get any sleep as it is. I'm sure you're watching right now, Tiff. That's all right. Because guess what? I get paid for everyone that watches. Okay? I get paid. So if you want to sit there and fuck around and find out, all the power to you. So anyone that watches the replay or is listening now, please send anything regarding Tiffany and her nasty behavior to my email. You can email Darling Nikki. I'm sure will accommodate you. All right. So since she's off her rocker, so to speak, and we got rid and we talked about that little the loser, a mean. She thinks she's mean and triggering to people. Their fake wedding and everything. Guess what? Let me just post this little screenshot gem, all right? This is pretty funny. Okay. This showed up in my feed and I couldn't stop laughing. So here we go. So we got this showed up in my feed and you see 43 watching. You didn't do too good tonight, Shug. What's the matter? This was for half the night. $43. Well, darling Nikki had over 125 in her chat and climbing tonight. Interesting numbers, since you like to go by numbers. Well, it's not about numbers. At least we have quality people over here. Not trash like you have over your place. You got killers on your panel. You got wife beaters. You got one with a horn. You got someone who dated a minor and went to jail for it. You got quite the crew over there. And I'm only telling the truth. And I'm only telling the truth. No, I don't have to make anything up. And the point, darling, Nikki was trying to make tonight. All right. Yeah, she was talking about a person that couldn't stop opening up their mouth, and we didn't get a name. I don't think the name matters. That's just my opinion. However, I thought it was some of the responses in chat went overboard. But the point that darling Nikki was trying to make is she doesn't want people coming into chat telling lies about anyone. And that includes Miss Maglite. Now, remember what Lonnie did to Sally Ann? Now, I'm not a big fan of Sally Ann these days. The way she disparaged our troops, made threats to our commander-in-chief. She had to start a big old drama just to get the people to listen to her politics. Lonnie lied about something she did or something Sally Ann did, and it wasn't true. That wasn't right either. So Nikki was saying, enough's enough. Don't come into my chat and tell lies about anybody. And Nikki has this one rule, and she reminded us of it. If any of us with the wrench think it's Miss Methy, it's an automatic ban. And there's no way to know for sure if it's her. She has so many sock accounts it isn't even funny. But if it starts to act like her, we just call it Tiffany and just call it a day. But you know, I'll just say River Rat made an interesting comment over at Nikki's this evening. She said that I'm quick to push the ban. Actually, I'm going to disagree with you, River Rat, on that. I don't like to ban people, to be honest with you. I don't like to. But if you're gonna come into a chat and start calling people names and be a real bitch, You're either going to get timed out or you're going to get the boot. I try to work with the person and say, okay, this one's causing a problem. Let's just time them out first. But then if they come back from timeout and then they're actually disruptive, then we just get rid of them. So I think River Rat is speaking from experience because a bunch of idiots decided to infiltrate Robbie's chat one night and she got caught in the middle of it. And I had to apologize to River Rat publicly for it. And then I started saying goodbye to them one by one in Robbie's chat for causing problems. So if I do something, I'm going to admit to it. Why would I deny it when there's a paper trail somewhere? Isn't that stupid? You just sit there and lie like that when there's always someone clipping you, or there's always a record of what Ahmad does on here. Damn. Some of these people are just morons. They'll just sit there and lie, and then when they get caught, they'll say, "Oh, that was all fake. That was all all those screenshots are fake." And then they do a screen recording next. And they say, "Oh, that's fake too. That's a fake video." Then they say that the phone recordings are AI. Damn. Idiots. But I don't know if they're idiots or just blind. You know, they just hate someone so much or whatever that they just ignore what they do. Oh, they'll just say, "Oh, so what? This one lied." And we just don't like this person even more. So and they probably only go over to Granny Fanny's channel just to laugh at them. Point their finger at them and laugh. Yeah, I rarely mention that loser. You know, so tonight was the point of tonight, the moral lesson of tonight is when two people are fighting, one's channel owner and then the other one's going back and forth. Just don't encourage them to fight. All right, just stay out of it because I don't like telling everyone to knock it off, or I don't like timing people out. Contrary to popular belief, just to keep the peace. All right. And of course, Nikki and Sarah will probably make up. It's my opinion, it's just a big disagreement. But this is what we do over here. We don't sit there and hate one another. You know, they just over there, they just sit there and they start drama, and then they try to make a profit off it. I'm sorry, but We may not be perfect, but we don't do half the shit you guys do. So, I just wanted to give my 2 cents on what happened tonight and what happened the last few days on here. So that offer still stands for Tiffany, and that offer still applies for Amy. Do you have anything that makes Amy look bad with receipts exposing her lies? Please send it. Please send it. Because guess what? We're not putting up with it anymore. If you want to put in privacy complaints because you could dish it out, but you can't take it, you got another thing coming. So I would stop with those privacy complaints. You can sit there and you could probably put a privacy complaint on this one if you wanted to, but you're going to have to take 2 streams down because I'm restreaming on Rumble. And I'm going to put that link up at my community wall if a privacy strike is put in. So you lose. All right? You always lose with me putting in a privacy complaint. None of my content contains a dox or personal information except for your nasty little words that make you look like liars. And I don't like liars. And I don't like bullies. So if you want to be a bully and if you want to be a liar, I have no problem telling you what I think of you. All right? So, what's it going to be? If you want to go after Nikki and put in privacy complaints, she's got websites for you. She's got a website for Amy. She's got a website for Natasha. She could make a website on any of you. So fuck around and find out. And you think because they're currently blank, they're not going to be filled in with content? As I said before, terms of service on here sort of protects you on some things. Not on websites. Not on Nikki's website. So you may want to keep that in mind when you go after darling Nikki, when you go after one of us. And if you don't like the clap back, then you can shut the fuck up. All right? Don't sit here and judge Sarah. And don't sit there and judge Nikki because they have a disagreement tonight. Because within a week or two, they'll probably be talking again. So, hey, I got into arguments with Sarah before. A few times I deserved it. But we're fine. But this is what the swamp doesn't understand. They try to start a problem, and they're so too dumb to understand that we sit there and try to work things out. It may take a few weeks to a month or two. We don't sit there and hold on to shit unless you keep going. You know? So, I was just blown away by tonight. And I'm not trying to sit here and take sides. Yes, I said what I said tonight in chat. If anyone wants to look, go right ahead. And if anyone has any questions, no, feel free to comment my comment section. And be sure to trigger the swamp by donating. They think all the money around here goes to them in this community. It really pisses them off. Especially when during that fake wedding, Nikki was getting all the wedding cash. That was hilarious. That was the best part. That was the best part. You know? So, let's move on tomorrow night on a clean slate. And let's try to get along. Let's show them over there that we're better. They wanted a dirty chat over at Nikki's, and we gave it to them. So they have no one to blame but themselves for it. So they wanted a filthy chat with comments. We gave it to them. We're just not going to. But I do agree with Nikki on one thing. We shouldn't be lying about them over there just or use her chat to get an agenda across. That I do agree with. But it doesn't make her grievance against a person talking shit about her any less important. I just think she don't want to mention names to make anything any worse than they already are. Can you understand that? She has this one going sideways on her, and that person, and that person, and that person. Because guess what? They're nothing but damn liars and bullies and have nothing else to do all day. And nothing else better to do with their time than commit crimes. And they think it's not going to catch up with them, but I think they met their match. Don't you think so? Now, don't assume by listening to me that I support down and dirty, going real life on people. I don't support doxing people. But if you want to sit there and support people getting doxxed and threatened, when you complain it was done to you, I'm going to have no sympathy for you. All right? I'm gonna go back to your original comments. And I said, wait a minute. Didn't you say that you approved of it when it was done to Scotty, or it was done to Sarah, or it was done to Nikki? Yeah, that's right. Or it was done to Amber, or it was done to someone else. Yeah, that's right. So when it's done to you, you cry foul. When it's all right for it to happen to someone else, you don't like. Then I can care less when it happens to you. But at the same time, I don't like this whole real life going shit. Because some of these so-called people call themselves justice warriors, and but what they really are a lot of the times is oh, we don't agree with this. We gotta get rid of them off the internet. Who decides who can go real life and who's justified in it? Tiffany was, how many times have people won real life on Tiffany? She's still here for 10 years. I mean, I'm just stating facts here. How many times have people called the police on her? How many times have people called CPS? So I just wanted to put that out there. But if you're gonna continue to do what you're doing, I think people have the right to warn others about your shit fuckery. They should be forewarned before dealing with you in the future. So if they have to clip you and put it on another platform, so be it. There's nothing illegal about it. No doxing. No calling relatives. Yeah, one person's right. What are your parents going to do? This whole parent calling business is ridiculous. What are your parents going to do? Ground you? You know? Those kind of phone calls are just a waste of time, especially if their kids are adults. What can the parent do? Nothing. I can't believe the brain capacity of some of these people. These real lifers over there. Oh. So, I've been on for an hour and I'm gonna hit the road. So I just wanted to. I was on longer than I usually. I usually keep talking. So I just wanted to come on and discuss, break it down for you what happened tonight. And thank you for coming. And I'll see everyone next time. All right.